sometimes you just don't feel like cooking dinner. So I'm always looking for some kind of healthy fast food alternative. And recently at the health food store, I saw these hot dogs and they said no nitrites, they're uncured, and they have all the buzzwords, grass-fed, organic. And then I did some more research and I found that all hot dog manufacturers use nitrites, even though the label is misleading. And the reason they use nitrites is because it gives the pink color to the hot dog, otherwise it would be gray. But more importantly, it gets rid of the bacteria, it stops the growth of the bacteria that causes food illness, in particular botulism, and it also imparts the distinctive hot dog flavor, and it extends the shelf life. So they all use the nitrites. So why the labeling? Well, the labeling is because they're using celery as for the nitrites. If celery and some other vegetables, spinach, carrots, beets, they have nitrates in them, and if you ferment them, you can get nitrites out of them. And these companies are using that. But the USDA requires a label that says that they're not using the industrial brand of sodium nitrite, which, by the way, allows heavy metals, arsenic, and lead, because they're using one that's from the celery. So they have to have that labeling by the USDA. Applegate is trying to get that changed so it's not so confusing. So why do we care about nitrites? Well, the reason is they've been found to have cancer-causing compounds when you heat them at high temperatures, as in barbecuing. So even on Applegate's website, they say that, and they also recommend that you eat less meat, which is pretty interesting that a meat-producing company would advise you to eat less meat. So for occasional use, I've got some hot dogs here I want to share with you. They've been in the freezer, which is where you should keep them if you're not using them. After you open it, you can take what you normally use, make them into a Ziploc bag, and then just take out just what you need. So they're a little bit frosty, so I'm going to dust them off here so you can see the labels. All of the beef products here use the celery, nitrites from the celery. The Maverick Ranch was kind of confusing because I thought I was getting all buffalo, but you see it says beef added there. Let me turn it over here so you can see the back label. It has smoke flavor added, and it also has dextrose. The tall grass has evaporated cane sugar, and neither of these two say organic. The Applegate, all the Applegate products are organic, and the hot dogs, the two brands of hot dogs, say that they are humanely raised on sustainable family farms in a stress-free environment that promotes natural behavior and socialization. Like that. And then we have the turkey and the chicken, and they don't even use the celery nitrites in the turkey or the chicken, so I definitely want to keep these frozen. But they do have the asterisk. You see how no nitrites or nitrites added with the little asterisk there? Because they have the salt has nitrites in it, but they're not using the celery nitrites. So there you go, some choices that you might want to consider occasionally.